Hello, everybody. It's Enrays here, and today I have a little story to tell all y'all. Alright. So this was back. This is this was a long while ago. So back when we used to have our horses on our property, um, they needed. Okay. Let me start from the very beginning. We had horses. We had 3 horses, and we had them in a pasture we rented in the back of our woods. And so every winter the hose would freeze up, so to water them, we had to carry up buckets. Haul up buckets of water and fill their tank for 3 horses. It was a lot. Okay. That's not where the story is. So the story started with me in the living room. I was watching a TV show. It's a good one called Psych. And in this TV show, it's like a murder mystery, but you should watch it. But basically, there was a murder in a cabin in the woods, and it was supposed to be a prank camp or whatever. I'll let you guys watch it, but it was pretty spooky what happened. And so eventually, I was like, oh wait, it's like 9 o'clock. The sun's down, and I haven't watered the horses yet. And I was like, oh crap, it's dark. I just watched a horror episode. I'm freaking scared. And I was like, okay, I'll go do it anyway. Cause, you gotta do what you gotta do. And so, I went out and then I filled the buckets inside with the warm water. I went outside and just started hauling it through the woods, up the 2 hills. And I was freaking just trying to think about other things. I was like, oh my goodness. The weather's been pretty nice today. I'm not scared at all. And then I hear things. I hear snapping branches, and I hear like crunches in the snow. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm about to die. So I drop the buckets and I book it straight for home, down the hill. Because it was dark, I couldn't really carry a flashlight. So I took the flashlight out of my pocket and I booked it. Booked it for home. And I was like, don't die. And something about that, it was just off. I was just really, really scared. Like, oh my goodness. It was very intense. And so I go home and I'm like, come on, mom, please, just, I'll do it in the morning, first thing when the sun comes up. And she's like, no, they need it tonight because the ice will be frozen over, which means, the horses can't drink if the ice is too frozen or the water is too frozen. And I'm like, oh no, I'm going to die out there. That was pretty dramatic. But it was scary. It was very intense. And so I go back out there and I'm like, oh my goodness, please just think about anything else. And so I'm just thinking, sitting or walking there, thinking, oh, what am I going to do when I get inside? I can make hot chocolate. Delicious. And so I finally get the water buckets on the trough. So I pick them up again and carry them up the other hill to the other trough. And then that's when I hear again near the other side. So basically, it's hard to explain. So if this, how do I do this? If this, I don't have a drawing tool, I don't think. But okay, so if my pasture, you walk into my pasture, and sharp right would be the trough. And so in front of that, there's woods and brush and stuff. And so I was hearing stuff from in there, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm just screwed. This could literally go no worse. But then it got worse. The branches snapped, I could hear the snow kind of muffling, and I was like, oh my goodness, help me. I don't want to die today. And so then I just like stand right by my horses because horses, they give you a sense of security actually, which isn't honestly that surprising. They're pretty big animals, and I just committed. But anyway, I stand by the horses and I look over and I slowly pull out my flashlight because I'm kind of afraid of what I'm gonna see. And then, you know what it was? You know what it was? This is gonna sound so dumb. It was my freaking cat just prancing along. And now, she didn't usually follow me up to the pasture when I carried buckets up to the horses, but she did that time. And she scared the living daylights out of me. So I'm like, cat, what is wrong with you? You are just go away from me. But she's all cutesy, she hops up on the water trough because there's like a cover over it because it's insulated, There's a cover with the box for the horse's head. And then I'm like, she hops on there and starts rubbing on my arms, and I'm like, okay, you're fine, you're fine. And so I walk back in the house, ready to take my second load. I usually had to take 3 or 4 loads. So I walk back, and then I go out there again. And this time, the cat's like trailing behind me. Like in the footsteps I made with the boots through the snow. Because there were like 3 or 4 inches. It was really, really snowy. For that time of year, at least. But that's not the point. Anyway, she's following behind me, and then I hear more snaps in the bushes. And this time, I don't know what it was. Like, at all. And so I'm like, cannot be my cat. She's right behind me. And I have 2 other cats, but I know they were in the garage cuddled up together. Because I saw them as I walked out with the buckets. And so this time oh my goodness, I was even more scared than the first time. I don't know how this is possible. I was just so spooked. Anyway, I'm like, should I turn back or should I just keep going? And so I decided I have to keep going. The sooner I get done with this, the better. So I keep going, and then there are more branches, and there's more snow crunching, and it's just horrifying. Like, it's so freaking nerve-wracking. I empty out the buckets. I still hear the snapping, but to this day, I do not know what it was. What could have made those noises? It's kind of scary to think about. And so then I walk back inside and I keep on watching my TV. And so essentially, that's the scary story I've been through. It's nothing much. But at that time, oh my goodness. I did not ever want to go outside again. Like, it's so scary. And I've never played this map before, so I'm pretty bad. And I'm just glad now I don't have to do that in the wintertime, because we moved and things changed. But I'm just glad I'm never going to do that again. Never. think it was worth it though. It was just scary. And so that is the story of how I got freaking spooked to death, almost, by my silly cat, and then something else in the wilderness that I do not know what it is. That's okay. We're okay now, and the host ended the game. Perfect timing. Alright. So I'm gonna end the video there. Thanks for watching. Leave like, sub, all that stuff. If you want to tell more stories about me getting spooked or anything else, just comment and I'll try to make a video of it if I have an experience. It was kind of hard thinking of stories. I don't have many stories worthwhile to tell. Not that this one was any different, but next time might be a happy story. I'll see you guys next time.